Hello and welcome to another edition from Zoost. Today we're going to be looking at an elephant in her late 40s scratching herself and really getting into it and just showing you A, how flexible they are, and B, just how loose their skin is and how they need to look after it. This was filmed several years ago. It's been in my archives and I forgot all about it until the other day. And because I can't do as much of the elephant work as I'd like to, I'm sort of delving back into some of the stuff we've done in the past. And I thought it'd be good to share with all of you, my little Zoost buddies. So stick around and we'll go through it. And I'm not going to talk much through this because just what she's doing is going to be more than enough, I think. So have a look and just be amazed at how maneuverable elephants are. Now, first of all, she's just going to start scratching behind the ears, and unlike cats and dogs where they can lift a leg up to actually scratch those areas, elephants are tool users. And they will sometimes pick up a branch and use it to scratch. I've even seen them sort of scratching inside their ear as well as around it with a small branch. But in this case, this elephant's using this sort of youngish teak tree to scratch herself. And if you look at it closely, you'll see that the bark is already quite smooth. So she has clearly been using this quite a bit in the past. And they really get in there and just look at that skin, look at the effort she's putting into that. She's absolutely loving this. And you can see how flexible the skin should be. She might be an older elephant, but she's actually in really good shape. Look at that, it's just wonderful, isn't it? Now she's going to do around her cheeks. Really important because these are the muscles that they use to chew and mash up all that vegetation. And elephants mash up some pretty tough vegetation. They love eating bark, so they will strip branches of the bark and literally whittle them. So a branch comes in one side of the mouth and literally a whittled twig comes out the other side. So those muscles need to be in really good condition. Now she's working around those shoulder muscles, getting round the shoulder blade and really getting in there. And this gets rid of any parasites because this is out in northern Thailand, and some of the insects and ticks and other things that will get on them and in the crevices of the skin. It's really important that they get rid of those because they're not only irritants, but they're vectors for disease as well. Just look at that. She is loving this. And she's positioning herself around, and now she's going to scratch her bum or bottom. It's fantastic. Well, I should note she did this after we'd done a treatment session on her. She was just feeling really relaxed and happy, and she just went into this totally unannounced, and I just decided to stop what I was doing and film her. So in the background, you'll see a few people. These were delegates on one of my earlier elephant workshops. But again, look at the dexterity, how she maneuvers herself very purposefully. And she is actually inside this building now at this stage. And look at how she's stretching the skin over those muscles and getting the skin and the muscles to move independently. So she's stimulating circulation under the skin, which is so very important. Look how relaxed she is. I love it. The mark you can just see on her forehead occasionally is where she's basically, the elephants often spar with each other, especially in the river and other places like that. But look at this. Did you think an elephant could lift its back leg like this? An adult elephant at that. Look at that. People see them as these huge, great static things, generally just flapping their ears and eating. But just look at how dexterous she is at moving every part of her body. This is sort of Pilates for elephants. Back to scratching her bum again. There you go. And she's putting a lot of effort into this as well. And the building did take quite a battering with this. Somewhere I've got some footage where she knocked the building over because she was trying to scratch and she leant against one of the uprights rather than the tree, and she pushed the entire thatch roof over. And if you go to the Golden Triangle Asian Elephant Foundation, which is where this was filmed, you will see a brand new building there. And it was courtesy of her knocking the old one down. I'm going to see if I can find the footage of that, because I do believe I've filmed that as well. So she's right up under the building now, using the tree that you've seen in the other shots. Now look at how she's just scratching her ankle. Isn't that great? And just getting every part of it. That's the other bit. She's not just doing this half-heartedly. She's really going into it. I think it's fantastic. I should point out this is not a wild elephant. This is an elephant that was originally probably used in the logging industry when Thailand had a logging industry, and then after that the tourist industry, before being employed by the foundation. And I do advise you to go and look at the Golden Triangle Asian Elephant Foundation, the work they do, because they have been absolute pioneers in changing the way elephants are both perceived and kept, and conservation of elephants, not just in Thailand, but they've done a lot of work helping other organisations and countries throughout elephants' range states. And they've got their own YouTube channel, GTAEF, with some fantastic lectures on. You'll also see one from ourselves as well, which we did. We do a lot of collaborative work with GTAF. Now you'll see what look like tears here. The elephants don't actually cry, but they do secrete sort of a lubricant for the eyes. But it's a myth that elephants cry. They cannot cry. They do obviously show all their emotions and everything, but they don't physically cry. But I've known this elephant now for probably getting on for it's a good 10 years that I've known her. And we often spend just a lot of time just in each other's company. And she's taught me an awful lot. Every elephant does. But this one in particular has taught me a lot. She's got a very, very amazing energy about her and presence. She can be mischievous, like all elephants, but generally speaking, she's very, very good and very healing to be around. I know some people would say that's a bit weird, but she's got that kind of energy that she just makes you feel better. But all the time you're reading her as an elephant and not treating her as a pet. But look how dexterous the trunk is here. And now she's just going to scratch that forehead. And all the time she's just so relaxed. There you go. And we'll just we'll leave her there because I think, yeah, that's just perfect. Beautiful eyes, aren't they? Beautiful. And their eyelashes.